Fam, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. My name is Jamel Tony, and welcome to PB.
Hey y'all, I'm Lakeisha, and thank y'all for joining us tonight for another conversation. As always, as you're getting on, make sure you like, comment, and share. And let somebody know PB is on now. We are in the building right here tonight at 7 p.m. sharp.
It's been a while.
I miss y'all.
It's been
PB.
quite some time.
Yeah, I thought we was on in July, but we wasn't. Did a replay.
What was happening in July?
I don't know. Something's always happening in our lives. We're busy.
So we have not been on in 2 months.
Yeah.
And so we have quite a bit of things to talk about. hopefully you watched last week's the takeover with Ty and Cass. So big shout outs to their new show, The Takeover with Ty and Cass. Great topics. They bring out things that we would not even consider talking about. So big shout out to Ty and Cass. Again, Takeover is on the last Tuesdays of every month. So do us a favor, mark your calendars for 2 important days. That's the first and last Tuesdays of every month. PB, first and last Tuesdays of every month. We was doing it every week, but we realized that we're human. And with the 86...
Somebody realized we're human.
And with the 86 billion other things that we have on our plate every week, unfortunately, was just not suitable for us anymore. So we use wisdom, and so, but again, like, comment, share, get the word out there.
Thank God for wisdom.
Yeah,
somebody was trying to take me out early in this life. I told him, you can't get my life insurance. He was trying to take me out, all this stuff.
She trying to get my life insurance. Like I told our church this a few weeks ago. If anything should happen to me and it's suspicious,
likewise, y'all. Likewise.
If anything happens to me and it's suspicious, call the police.
Call the police.
Tell them Lakeisha Tony.
Really? Y'all don't get it twisted. You be making people think I'm some mean person.
No, you're not mean. No.
If anything happened to me, y'all, he did it. He did it.
She's not mean.
He did it.
She just watches.
I got proof.
She watches Fatal Attraction multiple times a week, and so she knows how to get away with murder. With that being said, welcome to all of our Facebookers. What's going on Facebook? To those of you watching us on YouTube, what's happening on YouTube? If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. Progressively becoming on our YouTube channel, and we are, I would say, relaunching, getting back into the podcast. And so this episode, as well as last week's episode of The Takeover, will be on our podcast this week.
Oh,
and so if you have not,
that's good to
subscribe to our podcast, go ahead and do so. Well, we have to get back in the groove of things, and we got to get the people what they want.
I feel a little uncomfortable right this moment, though. What? My seating is incorrect, y'all, but it's all right. I feel crooked.
Because her life is crooked.
Because my chair is broke, y'all.
Because her life.
That's why. My life is not crooked. It's my chair is broke. If I get up, the whole seat rises. When I sit down, the chair is this tall, so I gotta leap on it. Y'all, I be going through it. Tell the man to buy your girl a chair. That's all. Buy her a decent chair so she ain't up here crooked.
It's not in the budget. Family, listen, we have an amazing episode tonight. As you know, our format has changed, and so as we know, our format has changed, and we're just going to get into it. We got some hot topics, we got some taboo topics, things that you wouldn't bring up, but we bring it up. People are talking about it, people are dealing with it, and so let us talk about it. Before we get started, have you guys been watching the Olympics?
I watched it. I love the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Jay. Buy a chair, man. Buy me a chair. I love the Olympics. I look forward to the Olympics every 4 years. I be excited about it. So I've been watching. I love gymnastics. I love the swimming, the diving, track and field. And not for nothing, y'all. I thought I like beach volleyball. That'd be exciting. But the men's volleyball, I caught it yesterday afternoon. And I'm watching, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. But it was actually very good. It was the United States versus Brazil, and that game was great. I enjoyed watching it. So I found something else that I like besides the, normal things that I tend to turn to for the Olympics. Now, the soccer, I can't really get into that. We like the shot put, long jump. I like those kind of events, too. So, yeah, I like the Olympics. I look forward to it. I wish it didn't come on every 4 years. Maybe every 2. But 4 is a long, long time. And your girl Simone Biles, she did a thing.
Simone is you know what? I think we all expected her to do what she did, but I love when I think it was for the balance beam.
That balance beam was terrible yesterday.
She took silver, right?
They all fell off.
She took silver.
Jordan was
Jordan
bronze.
took bronze, and the young lady out of Brazil.
Yes, I like her too.
I forgot her
Rebecca.
name. Rebecca. She took gold.
Rebecca.
And what
Andres.
I love about it is that there's
her.
a picture of them like celebrating her while she's like hoisting the gold, medal.
I like that.
Yeah,
that. She was really good.
I love it. It just shows the camaraderie. It shows that I can celebrate someone else.
Right.
And even though I didn't get gold, I can still celebrate you.
Right.
And I think that's what's missing in the world. Us being able to celebrate others' accomplishments. Yeah, so
the car said basketball is her thing. Oh, I didn't see the women's wrestling match.
USA.
They play today, no?
Spoiler alert, I think they did win today.
They did.
They did win today.
They did.
Yeah.
They played against Brazil too, I think.
Brazil? Yeah.
Not for nothing, but that beam thing. I was watching the beam competition yesterday. I don't know what was in the air, but everybody was falling off that thing yesterday. I mean, everybody fell. Except for Rebecca. She didn't.
Rebecca.
But I was like, what is happening?
Nah, it's absolutely awesome. Listen, fam, before we get into our topic, there's a few announcements. Number one, the Sunday Exchange, that's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays.
I'm trying to get used to that.
Catch us if you're in the Philadelphia or New Jersey area, 2818 Marlton Pike. Check us out. Visit us. We would love to have you there. As well as if you can't get there, you can always watch us online on YouTube and on Facebook and on our website, www.theplaceofexchange.com. Once again, that's 10 a.m. on Sundays. We began a new series last week, The Story of a Flood. What happens when God hit restarts? And it blessed my life. It blessed the individuals that was there. We got some feedback from it. So Sunday Exchange, that's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else we got?
For those of you that will be available to be in person, those of you in our area, tomorrow we are praying in person, 7 p.m. at our location, 2818 Marlton Pike. That will be tomorrow, 7 p.m. That will probably continue. But Thursday mornings, y'all know we do morning devotion every Thursday morning here, 6 a.m. sharp. So if you can't make it till tomorrow, you're not in the same place as us, please feel free. Every Thursday morning, 6 a.m. morning devotion, we pray with you, for you. We believe in the power of prayer, and we want you to be there and invite somebody, bring somebody on.
Yeah,
with you,
listen,
tell
Thursdays,
somebody.
Thursdays, call somebody tonight, tomorrow, and tell them, would you join us in prayer on Thursdays? So listen, I want you to bring somebody virtually with you on Thursday. Absolutely.
Last Thursday was somewhere else with the prayers, but we thank God for that. What else we got going on? I think
back to school.
We're having our how can I forget that? We having our back to school outreach event. It's gonna be on August 24th. That's Saturday, August 24th at 11 a.m. It's gonna be out in Camden. We're going back to the park where we was, Alberta Woods Park. We're doing it there. We're going to be giving out book bags, school supplies. We're giving out underwear, socks, same way we did it last year. We're going to have a few snacks and refreshments for the community. So if y'all able to come, please come. If y'all want to volunteer, please let us know. We will take all the help we can get. And we appreciate you all that are donating. If you have it and you would like to, you can donate via Cash App, $TPOEWC. We have Zelle, the place of exchange, at Gmail. We have our online, www.theplaceofexchange.com. You can also mail it to us, 105 High Street, Mount Holly, New Jersey, 08060. And I think that's it, right?
I think that's enough.
Timely, we on Timely. Yeah, look, if y'all want to get it to us, we take it every which way you want to send it. But now, seriously, we appreciate all of the donations. And
last year we did over 100 families. I'm enhancing what you're saying.
But I ain't finished what I was saying.
I'm enhancing what you're
saying. Let me finish.
I'm enhancing what you're saying.
Finish. How you just want to stop?
I'm enhancing what you're saying.
Go on and enhance.
Last year we did over 100 families. And so we want to, every year it gets better. We want to double what we've done. So again, support us. And I say we get to it.
Let's get to business.
Let's get to it.
First things first. I pop up. No. Anyway, first things first. What does it mean to be authentic in a world of social media and performance? We thought this would be a good topic to get us started on our conversation. What does it mean to be authentic, to be real, to be your true self in a world of social media and performance? Is it difficult to be your true, authentic self when society puts so much pressure on people to live a life that may be contrary to who you are? And so many people are governed by like how many likes, how many views, how many friends, that you may go through your entire life not really knowing or seeing your true authentic self.
Yeah.
So that's a question for y'all. What does it mean to be authentic in a world where there's so much social media and performance?
Yeah. So one of the definitions of authentic, it means genuine, right? Not
to be real,
not counterfeit, real. And I am convinced that we live in a society that unfortunately does not encourage realness, does not encourage genuineness. Is it genuine or genuine?
Well, I say genuine.
What is it, genuine or genuine?
I think genuine is genuine.
Genuine?
You know, the singer with the W. But genuine, that's why I said genuine is with the W-I-N-E. Sister Tammy, good to see you. I ain't see you in it. Well, I ain't seeing you right now, but good to have you on. I ain't seen you on in a while.
Yeah, so
I miss you, Sister Tammy.
What does it mean to be authentic in a world full of social media and performance? Family, I did some research and I discovered a startling fact. I wanted to view the usage of social media by age. Last week, I think, I grabbed my son's phone, Tyler, and I went to his screen time.
Oh, yeah,
I was just
that.
curious as to how many hours did Tyler spend on his phone. Right? I'm not going to tell you what it was because you would not believe it at all. And Tyler, I'm not going to rat you out like that. But I looked at the time spent on social media by age. Here it is. So if ages 16 to 24, right? And I want you guys to help me out. The ages 16 to 24, what is the average time you think those individuals between 16 and 24 spent on social media per day last year? What do you think it was? At ages 16 to 24, how many hours did they spend on social media average last year? What do we got in the chat?
I'm not going to answer because I saw the amount that Tyler had, so I would guess based on that. So
what do we got in the chat?
Sarah said 18 hours.
18 hours. Sheesh. Okay, mine said 12.
12.
Okay, y'all high. Wow. Okay.
I believe it. I was thinking about 11.
12. Okay. All right. So the average, right? The average of 16 to 24 years old was 5 hours.
That's now I don't believe that.
No, that they said that was the average, right? Mm-hmm. Which means it could have been 10. Right, it could be 10 here, could be 1 there, right? But the average was 5 hours and some change, close to 6 hours, right?
I don't buy it.
No, it's true. The ages 25 to 34 was also 5.5 hours, and 35 to 44 was 5 hours, and 55 plus spent almost 4 hours on social media. And
I would think that would have been more.
It got me thinking about this truth. To answer the question, being authentic in a world full of social media, it got me thinking about this, and you can chime in. The Bible says, it talks about whatever is in your, help me out because the scripture just escaped me. You would think As a man thinketh in his
heart,
so is he. Thank you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what you think on, you will act out.
Mm-hmm.
You will become. You would, right? Whatever you are fluenced on, you would act out. And I'm thinking, if we're spending almost 6 hours a day on social media, and some is more, right? If all of that is coming into your mind, there's no way you cannot be influenced by 6 hours of social media.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Sister Carter, social media is like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. That's what social media is. I know you say you don't do social media, but you do.
Sister Carter, you on social media?
Yes, you
right
on
now.
social media right now. Yes, Sister Carter. So you are a part of the social media crew.
You are a part of that 4+ hours on social media.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Go back to your
I'm saying if because we are consuming so much of that, there's no possible way you can't be influenced by it.
It's true. It's true.
And you may say you're not, but your influence may not be you imitating someone online, but your influence could be seeds of, wow, that person is doing it better than me.
Right. It could be that, and also like you see so much on social media that you internalize it, where you may think that's gonna happen for you. Like you can think like it can be a negative thing sometimes, and that's why like Callie said, you have to some people have to disconnect, because it can like drive you, don't say crazy, but drive you like crazy, and get you all panicky and things like that, because it's so much going on, and it's no way that you're not gonna internalize it. You're not gonna feel it. You're not gonna be a part of it if you put in so much time into it.
Correct. Yeah. There's no
4
way.
5 hours a day. That's a lot. That's a lot.
5 hours a day is a lot of time. 5 hours a day is a lot of time to be on social media, and you can't be in something so much, engage in something so much, and again, you not be influenced by it. And especially when it comes to like comparison. I'll say this, just being
big.
I moment of transparency, right? Because again, we're real here, right? We believe that our stories may help somebody else, right? And again, you may not want to say it, but you've done it, and so we'll say it, right? Being in the church environment, I can look at a church on social media, right? And I can watch their live stream and be like, man, they got 300 people watching them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, well then I go to my live stream on Sunday mornings and it's like 12, 8 on a good day. Right? And it's just like, if I'm not careful, that could then influence my motives to say, okay, well, what's my desire for church growth? Is it numbers? Is it likes? Is it shares? Right. Because it's again, true. you can't not see it and not be influenced by it. The question is, do you act on it or not? But you will be influenced.
Right. Because you say a lot of times, like, we can say, or people may say, oh, I don't care about the number. I don't care how many people watching, and I'm not concerned about that. But you automatically gonna look, and you do care.
You do care.
Because innately you want people to be following you. You want people to watch you. You want people to see that you on.
Why? Because social media, here it is, social media has somehow accredited likes, views, comments, and shares to popularity.
That's right.
And if you're not getting X amount of likes, X amount of shares, X amount of comments, X amount of engagement, what you're saying is not popular, it's not mainstream, and you are not important.
You are not important. Yeah, it's true.
Right? And when we live our life like that, watch this, we'll be so conscious on social media, then we'll miss what we can catch with our own eyes.
Right.
I want to say something, but I won't say it. I know you know what I'm thinking, but I won't say it. It's just like, has social media taken over our lives? You know what I'm about to say, but I won't say it. Has social media taken over our lives?
Validation. That's right,
Callie,
Callie.
validation.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 If I don't got 25 views on Sunday, then I'm not doing something important.
Right. And you could think like that.
Yeah.
It causes you to think like that too. And it's like, if you're not careful,
Correct.
you will go and you will move on that, and you'll be moving out of your emotion.
Absolutely.
And what social media says about you, and what the numbers look like for you. And it's just like not just in church, it's just with anybody. Like when you go live on your page and nobody on there watching, and you on there for like 15 minutes and there's one person, that that can have an effect on you, because you may think that you're not important.
It will have an effect. Again, how you internalize it is one thing. It's like putting a picture of yourself, and then it's like you posting a picture of yourself online, and then you liking your own picture. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like I've seen people post about themselves as if it was somebody else posting for them.
What? Oh, yeah.
Right? Social media can be consuming.
Right.
And I think you just got to be mindful of what comes in, because whatever comes in, you may not think it, but what comes in, it does go out.
Callie said in the beginning of Instagram days, people would delete pictures if they don't get a certain amount of likes in a certain time frame. That's wild.
Yeah.
And the technology, Jason said, technology is only going to get more integrated with the physical self.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Yes. Savage said, I don't see the point in that. Yeah. There's a video, there's a movie, a show. I told my wife to watch it. She watched it. I encourage everybody to watch it.
Black Mirror.
It's on Netflix. It's called Black Mirror.
Yeah. That was crazy.
It's the series is out there, right? And so, but I love technology and other stuff. But again, it's an out there series, right? But there's one particular episode where they show social media likes and engagements as currency. And so the only way, it's like what happens on your social media becomes your credit score. And you can only buy things, land jobs, move into certain apartments based on your social media credit score.
Right.
And it sounded crazy, but can we see life going towards that, where it's like based on your popularity, then you're more accepted
and successful.
Yeah.
It was like, if you didn't get this amount of likes or this amount of credit on social media, you pretty much was like nobody.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's just, but could you imagine, like, and I'm pretty sure it's people out there that feel like they're like nobody, they don't have any friends, they don't have anyone, because they're not popular in the social media world and things like that. So when I think about it, it can be, it's kind of sad sometimes, because people may be longing for, unfortunately, like acceptance and validation, and trying to figure out who they are through the social media aspect.
The social media, and everybody puts in. You for this, everybody puts their best on social media. No, most people don't put their worst. Everybody puts the best views, the best shots. Nobody puts pictures. Some do, right? But but again, what's your motives behind it? Be careful with the trap of social media. Enjoy it. Use it as a tool for enjoyment, as a tool for. It could be a tool to promote yourself, your business, and that's fine.
Right.
But don't let it snatch your pursuit to become who God has called you to be. Again, this is progressively becoming.
Right.
Becoming the person God has called you to be. Here it is, organically and genuinely. Right? I'll say this. Creflo Dollar, one of my top 5 preachers of all times. When he launched his ministry, he was preaching on a Sunday morning. He said nobody was in church. Nobody showed up. It was just him. Right? He got, and those of you that know Creflo Dollar, he's in Atlanta now. Has over 10,000 partners in his church. But he said when he launched his ministry, nobody showed up. He was literally in church preaching to himself. Nobody. It was zero people there. But he was committed. God told him to do it, and he was committed. The lady walks in. The lady looks at him like he's crazy, and crumpled down and tells the lady, "Take a seat and grab the notes from the angels," right? Because he understood that if I do what God has told me to do, right? If you do what you're supposed to do and don't compare yourself with what you see on social media, you will become that person that God has organically created you to be. Comparison sucks, and it will affect your psyche.
Yeah.
It'll affect your thrive. It'll affect your focus if you allow it. All right. So don't allow the influence to influence you.
Yeah, it's the comparison is what, like, that is a huge thing that we have amongst people, because when you compare yourself with someone, that also leads to jealousy and envy, being envious of them.
Yeah.
But, and I think I don't know, I think most people have probably done that at some point in their lives where they compare themselves to somebody else. You see that somebody is doing X, Y, and Z, and you wish you could do that, or you would be great if you can do that. But at the same time, I'ma just say we don't know everybody's story, and what looks like it's great, we don't know what that person had to do to get to where they are. You don't know what their journey is. I don't know what your journey is. You don't know what my journey is. And I think everybody has a journey for themselves, that whatever God has for you, it's for you. And if that is supposed to be what you're supposed to have, whatever that is, then if you put God in the head of that around you, then he will lead you to that. So I think, comparison, we have to stop doing that, because it leads down a road of negative things.
Yeah. And comparison, and we got to go to our next topic. Comparison will lead to competition.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll be competing to updo, to up one somebody else, right? We see with people, Lord, I see it in churches.
Ridiculous.
Like, I have never seen so much competition in churches. Competition for viewership, competition for members, competition for, it's so much competition, and it's just like, just do what God told you to do. Right. Stay in your lane, stay in your vein. Stay on your side of the farm. Do what God told you to do in your community. Right. Everybody won't be international.
Right.
Everybody. Right. Somebody need to be local.
Somebody gonna have to be local.
Somebody. If everybody international, Lord, I'm about to curse. I was about to slip.
Help him, Lord.
I was about to slip.
Help him, Lord.
I was about to slip.
Help him, Lord.
If everybody international, who local?
Hell is local. That's what she was saying. Who the hell is local?
Who local?
I mean, it's true. Not everybody is gonna, be huge, but be huge where you at.
Be huge where you are.
Huge where you at.
Embrace embrace the job God gave you. And work that job like it's nobody's business, right? Mm-hmm. Embrace the finances God gave you, and work that money like it's embrace the family God gave you, and embrace what God, he that can be faithful over little, God says, I will make them rulers over many. Embrace what you have now. Cultivate it, grow it, mature it, and watch that thing blossom in your life, all right? PB. Become who God has called you to be.
Your true, authentic self. Like, when we first started PB, it was all about, learning the intention God has for your life, being your true self, taking off the mask, and just being, just letting go and finding who you are authentically. Like I said, some people in life, you live your life with a mask on the whole time. Yeah. You don't even know who you are. People don't know who you are because you trying to be like somebody else.
Yeah. And you know what? Everybody else can see that but you. Mm-hmm. Everyone can see the facade. All right, we got to go.
All different.
Different. Embrace your difference.
That's it.
In your different. Embrace your different trait.
Yo, what?
Your different trait.
Different who?
Trait.
Tree?
Hot topics. People.
Different tree?
Hot topics. All right, fam. Hot topics. Hot topic number 1 today. Kamala Harris. She is the
Presumptive.
no, she is not the presumptive.
Well, she is. They made it official.
It's official. She would be the Democrats' nominee for presidency of the United States of America. And
going to be talking
Kamala Harris. I love Kamala. I love everybody. Kamala Harris has selected Minnesota's governor Tim Walz to be her running mate. Tim Walz is a 60-year-old Caucasian male from Minnesota. He has been in politics for quite some time now. He would be considered the far left side of the Democratic Party. Tim Walz was a teacher before he was a governor, and so he has that going for him. But he passed some controversial bills. One bill he legislated and passed was in Minnesota. He fought for the right for children to go through a gender changing surgery. And he signed the bill while he was holding hands with a 12-year-old boy that identified as a female. So, depending on where you fall on the side of the spectrum, again, there's zero judgment from us. Zero judgment. Who are we to judge, right? So wherever you fall on the spectrum, that may or may not suit your boat, but that is one of the left things that he has passed. He's done quite a bit good work for those in the Minnesota area. But Tim Walz would be the vice president nominee for Kamala Harris.
Why you sounded like that though? You just sounded disdain with it.
Not disdain.
Anyway, so if you don't know, I'm hoping that all of y'all are voting, and if you don't know about the candidates, make sure you research and get as much information as you can so you can make an informed decision on whoever you feel at this point is best to run the country.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say about that.
And that's what I'm going to say on that one too, because we can talk about this for hours, but we won't.
Yes, we can.
Hot topic number 2.
we can talk about this in 4 hours, and we probably will, but not on today. But we just wanted to mention that she has picked her running mate for those of you that are voting.
So it's Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and Donald Trump and
J.D. Vance. Which is another interesting person. But
Miss Tammy said something phenomenal. She said, "I'm voting. There will never be a candidate that we agree with all they do." Absolutely.
This is true.
That is absolutely true. Yeah.
Say what you want to say, sir. He want to say something so bad, y'all. Just say. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
All right.
I just think that I think something must guide your decision. And that's all I'll say.
Okay. That's it.
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Oh, all right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna leave that conversation right there. Like I said, we can talk about that for hours, and we both have our views on things. And if you know Jamel, you know me, you know that we're both not on the same spectrum when it comes to
Miss Tammy, you can't say that out loud.
No, we all can agree with that.
You can't say that out loud, because there's people, see, y'all gonna get me revved up. There are people that just swear Obama was second to God.
No.
And Obama did some things that I did not agree with. I don't agree with. Right. Biden did some things I agreed with. I don't agree with.
Right.
Trump did some things I agree with, and I don't agree with.
Right. I think, like Sister Tammy said, that's what That's with everybody. That's even with us. We want to do stuff that people, not everybody going to like, not everybody going to agree with, but you do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you can. All right, so we're going to move on.
But just know, you are your decisions.
What?
You are the choices you make.
Anyway, so we are going to move on. Like I said, y'all stop commenting, because if y'all keep commenting, then this is going to keep going. And let me tell you, I'm going to lie. When we was thinking about hot topics, I'm like, well, I don't want to talk about politics. I said, I don't want to talk about the Trump campaign. I don't want to talk about it. Because I'm like, I already know how it's going to go. And he was in agreement with it until like 10 minutes before he was like, oh, we have to talk about, Kamala Harris. So here we go.
So I got to address a comment. Convicted felon running for president is insane. And it's absolutely insane. But at what, it just amazes me. And again, I don't know who I'm voting for. But it just, and I don't. I probably just put my name on the ballot, right? It just amazes me how we say we're a forgiving people, right? And the thing about forgiveness is I can forgive you and you not acknowledge that you've done wrong. That's the thing about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not contingent upon your acknowledgement of wrongdoing or not, right? And if everybody has a past and or present, then why should we continuously hold it over people? I'm just saying, why should we hold it over? Because there are names that we could talk about. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who would go known as the greatest civil rights leader for African Americans to ever grace this earth. But he himself had morality issues. And no one says, oh, Dr. Martin Luther King, oh, he was cheating on his wife. Nobody says that.
No.
Nobody says that.
No.
Oh, he a preacher. And he fought for this and he fought for that. But all the time while he was cheating on his wife, nobody talks about that. Nobody says that.
Right.
But we're quick to judge someone's past, present, and potential future because we disagree with them. And I'm saying, if we're going to be who we are, then we got to be fair across the board and judge the candidate by their policies and not by their lifestyles. Because I'll say this, there's some preachers that are not living the life that you think they live in. And we listen to them every Sunday morning. We sow tithes and ministries into their offering. But if you knew them behind closed doors, you'll walk away. Everybody has something in their closet.
In the words of Bishop Wise,
all I got is suits and ties.
Ties and shoes. I don't got suits, ties, shoes, but I got dresses and shoes.
No, but I'm saying everybody, we all sin.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, I would love if America would judge the candidates by their policies and by their decisions for America. Donald Trump isn't running to be your pastor. So judge it by the policies each candidate is making for America and not by their, quote unquote, depending on where you fall on the spectrum, their personal decisions or their morality.
But that's hard to do because that's hard to do because that's what you see. You see I see your character. I see what you are presenting. So if that's what I see, then that's what I'm gonna go on. My thing is, you can, like you said before, like I can't tell you say one thing but be doing something different. Something got to match up at some point. So
okay, so all of us. No.
No.
I'm saying, so based on what you're saying, all of us do what we say.
No, I'm not saying that we all do what we say all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying my character is gonna speak for me.
Absolutely.
I
agree.
I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
My character reflects that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
My character reflects that.
I agree.
So that's what I mean. it's like, no, we not perfect. Some things we gonna mess up on. Some things we fall short on. Some things, we gotta fix. But overall, like, my character speaks for me, and that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here we go. 30 minutes on the, because you wanted to talk about it.
No. I'm just, and again, I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying they are going for president.
I understand what
not
you're saying.
For moral leader. President, not for moral leader.
All I'm saying, y'all pray, ask God to help y'all, lead y'all to make the decision that He wants you to make on who to vote for, and also do your research on these candidates. And people are asking what's Trump's policies. Look it up. Look to see what his policies is. Look to research about Kamala. Please just don't vote for her because she a woman and because she black.
Correct.
Look up who she is, what
Correct.
she stands for, what her record reflects. Correct. The same thing for the new person, Tim Walz.
Yeah.
Look up all your candidates. Yeah. Don't go by what we saying. Don't go by what the news tell y'all. Look it up for yourself.
Because I can name, right, and if I have my laptop, because somebody asked me about that, okay, but what are Trump policies? And I told them not only what his policies are, but what his policy was when he was president. And there are some policies that all of us are benefiting from as we speak that Trump put in place. All of us are benefiting from some policies Biden has put in place. Right? And again, I think we just got to take how we personally feel about somebody out of it. And just judge it based on their policies. Go ahead.
You good?
I'm good.
Get riled up.
No,
see, this
saying.
stirs up a whole lot of conversation.
I'm just saying.
All right, so look, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch gears because we don't got that much time. But like I said,
got 12 minutes.
That's my advice.
Minutes,
when it comes to vote and pray, ask God to help you with the decision and be informed about your candidates. Look up the policies. Look up what they stand for. Look up what they've done. Yeah. Because a lot of times sometimes they say stuff they're gonna do, they don't do nothing. But look, just be more informed. That's all I can say.
Don't make it personal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, this is our life, and of course we have a personal stake in it. But again, if you take out your personal feelings for any candidate, just like they did with Biden. There was people that took out their personal feelings about his age.
Well, that's a whole.
And there's some people that didn't. We're like, no, he should step down, right? But it's Yeah. Listen. Yeah.
I hear it.
Jay said that's why we stay clear of politics and sports. They get too personal.
Yeah, get all riled
Somebody
up.
said it got personal for me because he turned a lot of people against each other. Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot.
I hear it.
Yeah.
But again, you're looking at it from one spectrum. Somebody on the other spectrum could say the same thing when it comes to Biden. That's what I'm saying. Just judge it based on the policies and not so much of the morality of the individual. Because if I'll say this, if we want to judge it based on the morality of individuals, then I could literally name you 10 people in scripture that we should not listen to. And David is one of them. He took somebody's woman, got the man killed.
Oh, Jesus.
He took somebody's wife and got the man killed. And we all love David. Moses killed somebody, and we all love Moses.
We love Moses. Don't you talk about David?
So again, take the morality, take the their personal decisions, or what they've done in their past, present, or future out of it. Because the truth is, if all of the things we've done was exposed, people wouldn't be listening to us. And that's the truth. I'm done.
I just want to make sure.
I'm good.
All right, so I don't want to be too quick with this because this is a serious topic. But so on July 6th, I know you all probably heard about it. Sonia Massey was a 36-year-old woman. She contacted the police in Sangamon County, Illinois, because she thought there was an intruder in the house. Police officers, I'm just summarizing this, okay? Police officers get to the home, they take a look around, and they don't find anyone or find anything suspicious. Eventually, they go inside her house, request her ID. One of the officers, it was two of them, one of the officers proceeds to look around the home, while the other officer, his name is Deputy Sean Grayson, he stayed with Sonia in the living room. You could see where the scene quickly escalated when the officer asked her to turn the pot off on the stove. There was a pot that she had on the stove, and he said to her, like, we don't want any fire while we're here. And she goes and she turns the pot off, and then she picks the pot up. And then she asks the officers, like, where are you going? And then he replies, away from your hot steaming water. She replies and says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. She says that statement around twice. And then from that point, it escalates where they draw their guns on her. You can see where the deputy is using like explicit language and threatening to shoot her in the face. The other officer also draws his gun. You can hear her when she says she apologizes and she said, okay, I'm sorry. And she drops to the floor behind the kitchen counter. However, both the deputies are advancing from the living room to the kitchen where she is with their weapons on her. After several seconds of like shouting orders to her for her to drop the pot of water, she raises the pot, and then the deputy Grayson fires 3 shots at her and kills her. So he has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count each of aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. He has pleaded not guilty. He's saying that he was in fear for his life when she said to him, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He thought that she was going to cause great bodily harm or kill him. He stated, and I quote, I was in imminent fear of getting boiling liquid to my face or my chest, which would have caused great bodily harm or death. So that is the summary of that case. And like I said, you all probably heard about it. It was a tragedy. We do pray for her family in this time. And this deputy had been discharged from the Army after a serious offense, whatever that was, in 2016. He also pleaded guilty to 2 DUIs, one in 2015 and one in 2016. And then he's worked in six Illinois law enforcement agencies since 2020. So that off the bat says a lot. And let's just start off by saying this was a senseless, unnecessary killing of a black woman at the hands of the police. If you saw the video of her, you can tell like there was something like off with her. You can tell that, you know, she wasn't like altogether there, present when he was asking her like what her name was. You know, she had to think about it for a moment. So you can tell that there was something like going on with her. And the video was just tragic to look at, and it's just amazed me, like, how did it escalate to that?
Yeah, it's clear that just looking at his record, right? He everywhere, every station he went to, there was some type of violation that he committed. And my wife and I, we watched the unedited video, the entire video. It was not edited out at all. We watched it, and excuse me, Jason, Google it, Sonia Massey. Look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the video is up there. It's tragic, and it just continually shows the perceived value of African American.
Mm-hmm.
That there is no regard for life. This woman posed no threat.
Yeah.
And what he said, I was in imminent fear of getting boiling liquid to my face or chest, which would have caused me great bodily harm or death. Do you know what that is? That is the definition of stand your ground.
Yeah.
He literally quoted the definition
Yeah.
of stand your ground. An
Mhm.
imminent fear of an action that would have caused great bodily harm or death is the very definition of stand your ground. And that annoyed the heck out of me because you used what our politicians have put into law. You are using it as a way to get off killing an unarmed black woman because of your biases.
And if you see the video, you
Terrible.
can see that he wasn't like even close to her. Like he wasn't even close to her. And it was just a tragic.
It's terrible.
There was another case also. This guy, it was a guy, his name is Devontae Mitchell in Milwaukee. He died on June 30th. And he died after being held down by 4 security guards outside a Hyatt hotel. I wasn't too familiar with this until today. And it was stated that he entered the hotel and caused a disturbance. And the manner of his death came out that it was ruled a homicide. And the cause of death was that he died by restraint asphyxiation, which is like suffocation, and toxic effects of cocaine and methamphetamine. And as of now, it's unclear what happened before he got into the hotel, because there's video of that too. You see him run into the hotel. He runs into the gift shop. Yeah. Then he runs into the ladies' restroom. And it was a report that one of the ladies that was in the restroom said that he came in there and he looked scared. But the security guards and the workers came and dragged him out from the bathroom, and then that's where the situation escalated.
Yeah, it was a George Floyd all over again.
Yeah,
when they literally sat on this man, knees in his knees in the back of his legs.
In the back, it was like 4 of them
on top of him. He could not breathe. And, had drugs in the system.
Yeah, but
so of course, all of that's going to affect the heart. And
that's right.
But again, death by the hands of, and I'll say this, I just don't want to say Caucasian police.
In this case,
because in this case,
the security officers,
they was black themselves.
Yes. And the thing about him as well is that his mother believed that he was having like a medical health episode. And the same thing with Sonya. I read that her mom was like, she was dealing with some mental health issues as well, and that she like wasn't a danger to herself or to anybody else, but when she got upset, she would think that everyone was after her. Yeah. So she got like she would get paranoid. Yeah. And then Devontae, since the death of his father, he has been dealing with like depression since 2016. So both of these cases, it's like people are dealing with mental, health issues. It's the same thing. I did a little research. It's plenty of cases that's out there, but it was a lady. Her name was Michelle Corsox. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And she was killed by police in 2014, and she was dealing with schizophrenia. And Christian Glass, he was killed in 2022 by police after he called the police for help when his vehicle went off the road. And there are like countless cases like that. And he had an issue with ADHD. And then his mom also said he was dealing with like other mental health issues. Yeah,
it is. Mental health is becoming such an epidemic, right? And what I would have loved to see happen, what I would love to see happen in the case of Sonya Maxey, right? Where I'm certain there was other reports.
It was.
to her house.
It
And
was.
there should have been documentation that, you know, this lady is dealing with XYZ, right? It's like, why not look at those reports so you know when you're going to a home, this is what I'm dealing with. I'm a huge fan of community policing.
Yeah.
Huge fan of community policing, right? I know the people in the community. I engage with them. I interact with them. I know, you know, Bobby Joe, I know she got issues, right? So when I approach her, she's not just trying to hurt me, she's just loud, right? It's like we know the community. And unfortunately, a lot of these police officers are coming from outside of the community into our community, and they are policing the community as opposed to interacting and engaging with them. And the flip side could be, okay, well, our people may just don't want to be police officers. Somebody got to be police officers, right? But it's like, there should be some type of initiatives, and there are initiatives, incentives, some type of special programming where we can make policing attractive to those that are in the community. Hey, why won't you be a police officer to police your own community? You know everybody here.
Right.
They know you. Right. So there's a level of respect already. But these two cases is absolutely terrible. We are praying for the family of Sonya Massey. We are praying for the family of Devontae Mitchell, Michelle Coax, Christian Glass. We are praying for them.
Like I said, it's many cases of this. And I really think it's, like we say, it should be more training on how to deal with people with mental issues because the end result shouldn't end up with their lives being over. In the case of Devontae, though, those was actually security officers, security guards, but the way they plummeted on him, like they gave the man a beat down. They did, and it was just horrible to see it. But yeah, it's just like, I think in these situations, when police go into those homes with people that's dealing with mental illnesses, that
check the reports, see if
can you taser? Like I just feel like there should be something other than the person getting shot. Like,
and then what I hate about the video is that after he murdered her, the other police officer wanted to offer aid,
right?
And he was like, "Oh no, she done. I shot her in the head."
Yeah,
it's like there was no care for, there was no care for the her body anymore. Yeah, it was just like, "Oh no, she gone." You know, it was a kill shot. Like he playing some freaking video game.
Yeah.
It absolutely terrible. Family.
I agree, Jason. He said people fear what they don't understand and hate what they can't conquer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Savage said they should have automatically said EMT paramedics. They didn't even do that. There wasn't a call for EMT paramedics. It was just like, oh no, it's a kill shot.
And then what I found interesting, when the other cops came, one cop asked him, "Oh, where's the weapon? Where's the gun?" Yeah. And he said, "Oh no, she didn't have a gun. It was boiling water. She was trying to throw it on me." And I'm like, what? Yeah. And it shouldn't be excessive like that. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be. Family, listen, we gotta roll.
Yeah, we had another topic, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time we'll get to it.
Thank y'all for joining us for another conversation. We liked hanging with y'all tonight. Thank y'all again. PB every first and last Tuesday of the month.
Yeah. And our views may not be your views, but I love that we can have healthy dialogue. And I think if people would have healthy dialogue, even when they disagree, you know, I think the world would be a better place. I may not agree with you. You may not agree with me.
Right.
But we can still have healthy dialogue.
That's right.
And be cordial and kind to one another. And I think that's what the world is missing.
That's what we missing.
That's what's missing.
We missing that even with people that we know. Like you may not agree with me, you may not agree with my decision, but I'm still showing you love anyway. It ain't war when you it ain't all out war when I'm doing something that you don't like. Yeah. Come on, get over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, we gotta show more love.
Love covers a multitude of sins. It covers our sin. Love covered your sins. And I think if we show love, then we can have those healthy dialogues and imagine what this world could be if we said, I may not look like you may not look like me, I may not agree with your vantage point or your stance on something, but I'm willing to sit down and have a conversation with you. And if there's no resolve after the conversation, hey, we can still go out to dinner and be friends. That's what we're missing.
That's what we're missing.
That's what we're missing. Love. Love.
But y'all, thank y'all, and we see y'all on Thursday, 6 a.m. right here. But before y'all get off, if y'all ain't like, comment, and share,
y'all wrong for that.
Y'all wrong.
Now y'all wrong for that.
Share this video.
Share the video.
Y'all have a good.
Share the video in the May. Share the video.
Y'all have a good night. We love y'all. Take care.